Hello student, this is Dinesh Singh Rotela. Today I am going to discuss about NCERT question inside the chapter. So dear students, we have already discussed full chapter of motion and today we are going to discuss about questions inside the chapter. Dear student, first question is an object has moved through a distance. Can it have zero displacement? If yes, support your answer with the example. We already know that displacement means shortest distance between initial and final position. And when any object's initial and final position remain same, then the displacement of the object is 0. So answer of this question should be 0. Should be yes, because displacement can be 0. So your answer is yes. An object can have 0 displacement even when it has moved through a distance. This happens when final position of object coincide with its initial position. It means that when initial and final position of any object is same, then the displacement of the object is 0. So this is first question, means displacement of any objects can be 0. When the displacement of the object is 0, its answer should be when initial and final position of any objects is same, then the displacement of that object is 0. Next question, a farmer moves along a boundary of square field. A farmer moves along a boundary of square field of side 10 meter in 40 seconds. What will be the magnitude of displacement of the farmer at the magnitude of displacement of the farmer at the end of this from its initial position? Dear student, according to question, side of the square is 10 meter and therefore perimeter of square, since we know that perimeter of square is 4 into side. So here 4 into side, given side is 10 meter, so perimeter is 40 meter. Farmer moves along the boundary in 40 seconds. So it means that one revolution completes, one rounds of this square field completes in 40 seconds. Displacement after 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Time taken is given 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Dear students, we already know that 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. Always we put all the quantities in its SI unit. So here 2 minutes is equal to 2 into 60 second plus again extra of 20 seconds, that is equal to 120 plus 20 is equal to 140 second. Time is this, since farmer in 40 seconds moves, it is given that farmer in 40 seconds moves 40 meter of distance. So in 1 second moves 40 upon 40, that is equal to 1 meter of distance. So here 140 meter distance covered by farmer, 140 meter of distance covered by, it means that in 1 second farmers covers 1 meter distance. So in 140 second farmer will cover 140 meter of distance. It means that total round is equal to 140 meter upon time taken in one revolution or in one round, that is equal to distance traveled in one round is equal to 40 meter, that is 3.5 meter. It means that farmer takes 3.5 rounds of this 3.5 round means first round, second round, third round, and after 3.5. So here final position of the farmer is this. So we have to calculate magnitude of the displacement. We will calculate this by magnitude of the displacement by Pythagoras theorem. By Pythagoras theorem, displacement is equal to 14.14 meter. Now dear students, we will discuss next question. Which of the following is true for displacement? It cannot be 0. First question of this exercise was related to displacement. Displacement can be 0. Answer is displacement can be 0 because whenever any object's initial and final position remain same, then the displacement of the object is 0. So first option is it cannot be 0. It means it is wrong statement. Answer is displacement of any object can be 0. Second one is its magnitude is greater than the distance traveled by the objects. This is also incorrect because in the case of magnitude, suppose again we have a rectangular path, distance of its height is 5 meter and base is 12 meter by Pythagoras. So according to this, distance is equal to distance is 5 meter plus 12 meter, that is equal to 17 meter. In the case of displacement, we know that shortest distance we can calculate displacement by Pythagoras theorem, that is equal to 13 meter. So here distance is 17 meter but displacement is 13 meter, which is smaller than the distance traveled. So according to this question, its magnitude is greater than distance traveled. So this statement is also wrong because magnitude of the displacement can be smaller or less by the distance traveled. Now next question, difference between speed and velocity. Dear students, speed and velocity can be same whenever we travel in a straight path, but in case of difference, speed means distance per unit time, but velocity means displacement per unit time. Speed is distance traveled by the object in a given interval of time. Velocity is displacement of an object in a given interval of time. In the case of velocity, we can say distance traveled by an object in a given interval of time and in a particular direction. Whenever we travel in a particular direction, then speed and velocity remains same. In the case of speed is scalar quantity because it has only magnitude, and velocity is vector quantity because it has both magnitude as well as direction. Next question, under what condition the magnitude of average velocity of the object equal to its average speed? In the previous question, we are discussing that speed and velocity can be same whenever we travel in a straight path or a straight line. So answer of this question should be same. The magnitude of average velocity of an object is equal to its average speed only when an object is moving in a straight line. Now next question, what does the odometer of an automobile measures? Automobiles means car, scooter, vehicles, any type of vehicle. Odometers of an automobile measures the distance traveled. There are 2 meters in automobiles. First one is odometer and second speedometer. Dear student, speedometers measures speed of the objects or automobiles, car, scooters, bike we can say, and odometer of the automobile measures distance and speedometer measures speed of the automobile. Next question, what does the path of the object look like when it is in uniform motion? In case of uniform motion, dear student, we know that uniform means equal in amount, means whenever any object travels with a constant or fixed speed, then we can say that object is in uniform motion. Suppose this is speed and x-axis representing time taken. Any object traveling with a fixed speed, suppose that speed of the object is 40 meter per second. Initially at the time of 5 second, object traveling with 40 meter per second, at the time of 10 second or minute, object traveling 40 meter per second, and at 15 meter traveling 40 meter per second. This representing a straight line parallel to the time. It means that when any object remains in uniform motion, it follows a straight line path. Next question related to speed. Dear students, we know that speed is equal to distance upon time. So distance is equal to speed into time. Here this question, during an experiment, a signal from a spaceship reached the ground station in 5 minutes. So here time taken is given 5 minutes. Whenever we calculate any questions or numericals, we have to note that all quantities should be its SI unit. We know that SI unit of time is second. Very good. Time SI unit of time is second. So 5 minutes. At the first we will convert minute into second. Whenever we convert minute into second, then we multiply the given digit by 60. When the distance of the spaceship from this and this ground, we have to calculate distance, and speed is also given. So yes, speed is equal to 3 into 10 raised to the power 8 meter per second. Time taken is 5 minutes. Firstly, we will convert time taken in second into second, because all quantities should be its SI units whenever we calculate. So here distance is speed into time. Speed is given, time is also given. So that answer is 9 into 10 raised to the power 10 meter. Dear student, next question. Next question is, when will you say a body is uniform acceleration or in non-uniform acceleration? We already know that, we have discussed in the chapter. Uniform acceleration means whenever any object increases its velocity in equal amounts and in equal interval of time. A body is said to be uniform acceleration if it travels in a straight line and its velocity increase or decrease by equal amount in equal interval of time. And non-uniform, in the case of non-uniform, means accelerates speed in equal amount but time taken is different. Next question, numericals question, very important questions related to acceleration. Dear student, firstly you have to know what is the meaning of acceleration. Acceleration means rate of change of velocity per unit time. So here again given accelerations, bus decreases its speeds, decreasing its speed initially 80 km per hour, after that 60 km per hour in 5 seconds, means bus decreasing its speed 80 km per hour to 60 km per hour, and time taken by the bus is 5 seconds. To calculate acceleration and to calculate answer in its SI units, always firstly we will put all the given digits in its SI units. Here 80 km per hour, first you will convert 80 km per hour into meter per second. Dear students, we have already discussed that whenever we convert kilometer per hour into meter per second, then we multiply the given digit by 5 upon 18. So here 80 km per hour is equal to 18 into 5 upon 18, that is equal to 22.22 meter per second. Final velocity 60 km per hour. We are converting 60 km into meter per second. So here 16 into 5 upon 18, that is equal to 16.66 meter per second. Time taken 5 seconds. SI unit of time is second. So here we will not convert in other figures. So acceleration is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity upon time. After this, answer is minus this, and we already know that minus acceleration is retardation. So in this case, retardation occurs. Next question again related to accelerations. First, but in this case, a train is starting from a railway station, because initially at rest train is starting, so it will start from rest. So here initial velocity is 0. Whenever any object starts from rest, its initial velocity remains 0. So here u is 0, and after moving, acceleration attains uniform acceleration. Acceleration attain a speed this and this minute. Find its acceleration. We have to calculate acceleration. Initial velocity is 0. Final is 40 km per hour. Firstly, we will convert 40 km per hour into meter per second, and we know that when we convert kilometer per hour into meter per second, we multiply the given digit by 5 upon 18. So here final velocity is 11.11 meter per second. Time in 10 minutes, we will convert in seconds. 10 into 60, that is equal to 600 second. So according to formula of acceleration is equal to v minus u upon t. All the figures are given, so we will put values of the given figures, and answer is this. Next question is, what is nature of the distance time graph for uniform and non-uniform? In the case of uniform, always we will get a straight line. When the motion is uniform, the distance time graph is straight line, and when non-uniform, the distance time graph is not a straight line. Next question, what can you say about motion of an object whose distance time graph is a straight line? Distance time graph, whenever distance time graph remains a straight line, if the distance time graph is a straight line parallel to the time axis, the body is at rest, because object do not cover any distance in that case. What can you say about the motion of an object if its speed time graph is a straight line parallel to the time axis? In second question, we have discussed uniform motions. Whenever any object travels with a constant speeds, then we can say that object is in uniform motion or traveling uniformly. So in this case, speed is same, so we can say that object is moving uniformly. So answer is object is traveling uniformly. Question number 4, what is the quantity which is measured by area occupied below the velocity time graph? The area below velocity time graph gives the distance covered by the object. Next, numericals related to equation of motion. Dear students, again he has given a bus starting from rest. Whenever any object starts from rest, its initial velocity is 0. So here given u is equal to 0. Acceleration is given, that is equal to 0.1 meter per second square. So value of a is this, time taken is 2 minutes. So total time is 120 seconds, because whenever we calculate any numericals, always we put all the quantities in its SN. We have to calculate speed required, means final velocity and distance. To calculate final velocity, according to first equation of motion, v is equal to u plus at, we can easily calculate this. And to calculate distance travel, we use equation third. So we can easily calculate with the help of equation third. Next question, again related to equation of motion. Dear student, again a train is from traveling with a speed of 90 km per hour, brakes applied as to produce in this is how much time train to before it is. In this case, object finally comes at rest. It means that final velocity of the object is 0, v is equal to 0. Object traveling initially 90 km per hour, first we will convert in meter per second by multiplying it 5 upon 18. So here v is equal to 0, acceleration is given 0.5 meter per second square. We have to calculate distance traveled. So here with the help of third equation, we can calculate distance of an object very easily. Again, next questions of this exercise, trolley while going down inclined plane has an acceleration of this meter, this and this. All the figures are given. What will be its velocity after the start? After the start, again object is starting initially at rest. So u is equal to 0, acceleration is given, time is given. With the help of equation of motion, we can calculate v is equal to u plus at. So v is this. Again, in the case of next question, this is also related to equation of motions. We have to what distance, we have to calculate distance. All the figures are given starting from rest. After that, so u is equal to 0. We know that whenever any object starts from rest, its initial velocity remains 0. U is equal to 0, a is equal to this much, this and this. Next question, last question, fifth question. A stone is thrown in vertical upward direction with a velocity of this and this. Dear students, you have to note that acceleration due to gravity always we put 10 meter per second square or 9.8. Here is given 10 meter per second square. Again u is given, a is given. We have to calculate time. So with the help of first equation of motion, we can calculate time. So dear students, you have to try at your home all the numericals related to this important topic, equation of motions. Thank you.